Hello, hello, everybody. This is Kevin on my YouTube channel. I'm out in the garage once again. Don't mind a couple of flies flying through boot. If you see one though, let me know. I will whack it. I missed. Anywho, just a quick update on things in Marvel. They just finished wrapping Doomsday. Well, not just. It's been a little while to give you an update. I think maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. So since then, I mean they wrapped principal photography, they call it, and they're doing what Marvel does religiously, is reshoots. So, and it's rumored they have 7 hours. I think they're saying a footage, just in principal photography. That's crazy. You kind of wonder if they're going to do a director's cut or something. But they want to keep it down to 2.5, maybe 2:45 worth of a movie, which is just so incredible with all the characters they got in it, and everything that's going to be going on. We got to get introduced to Robert Downey Jr.'s version of Doctor Doom, because it's essentially his story. It's like Infinity War, and you're learning about Thanos, so it's going to be more, based on his plans, what he's going to do, why he's doing it, where he comes from. But then you have all these characters. I don't know if you've seen the chair reveal, they call it, which they just taped the names of the actor behind all these different chairs and went through every actor. And my belief is that that's the main cast that you will see in every Act 1, 2, and 3 throughout the whole movie of Doomsday. Now, my belief is that they're still going to have many, many other characters. Maybe they won't show up till Act 3. We're like, we are getting beat up here by this guy who calls himself Victor Von Doom, Dr. Victor Von Doom. We need your help. And this is happening. He's collapsing the multiverse. He's killing our friends, etc. We need your help. Can you help us out? Spider-Man. Now, if you remember from not Multiverse Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, where they erased the memory for everybody who knew that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Now, they still know there's a Spider-Man. They just don't know Spider-Man is Peter Parker, right? And since No Way Home, he's still, fighting crime, whatever. They say in the upcoming movie, which will come out next summer of 2026, before Avengers Doomsday. So we'll see a little bit of that, and maybe there'll be a post-credit scene, or maybe just the end of the movie. We need you, but there's a chance they won't even do that. The way things have been going with end credit scenes or movies that you're hoping are going to connect, they haven't been these last few phases post Endgame, which has been not great, not well received by fans. The whole point of the Marvel that really drew me in, and many, many other fans, is the connectivity between all these different movies. And lately, they have not been doing that, unfortunately. So I kind of feel like they won't do any connection between Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday. And those kind of pick up from Brand New Day into Doomsday once Spider-Man is introduced. Somewhere in Avengers Doomsday. Possibly Act 3, since Tom Holland wasn't on any of the chairs. We'll see, though. We'll see. I mean, with these directors who are doing Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, they did an amazing job with Captain America 1, 2, and 3, and Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. So I have a lot of faith in them. And in Russo brothers, I trust. So we'll see what they do with this long list of actors that they've announced, and then characters that they haven't announced yet. A lot of people have been speculating they'll do another chair reveal for like the minor cast, but they haven't done it yet. A lot of people thought they were going to do it like 2 months ago. There all this hype, maybe end of August, they will do a reveal during one of the major Comic-Cons, the San Diego Comic-Con. But they didn't. Unfortunately. There's so many other characters I want to see. I want to see in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, but they were only talking about Doomsday. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in Secret Wars. I don't know how they'll afford it. When they were talking about doing the Secret Wars and to do it right, they need so many characters, and they're not going to do it for free. You're not going to get these actors agree to, a 5-figure income. Maybe you'll get somebody like, put me in. You could put me in for only $10,000 or something. Maybe, but probably not. There's precedence for some actors to say, I will do it. Please put me in. I will do it for only, $50K. I can't think of the one actor's name. He played, I can't even think of the character's name. Anyway, in Wolf of Wall Street, DiCaprio's right-hand man, if you will, in that show, in that movie. Apparently, he said, I want to be in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, and that director's name. Was it Scorsese? Anywho, he said, please put me in. I really want to do it. You can do it. I'll join for only $50,000, which is incredible in modern Hollywood anymore. So there's precedence for it, but I don't know if that's going to happen with the Avengers actors, any of the Marvel Comics actors, even X-Men, who haven't, the early 2000s Marvel actors for X-Men characters, even though they haven't been in a movie in 20 years. Last one was what? Days of Future Past, where they had some of the older actors in the beginning of the movie and a quick scene in the middle of the movie. When was that? Man, it was probably at least 10 years ago. It's one of my favorites of all the prequels, especially if you can find a director's cut called the Rogue Cut. They call that because the character Rogue wasn't in the original, but she's in the director's cut. There's a whole subplot where they have to rescue her. I've seen it once. They don't play it in streaming anywhere. You gotta buy it. And I haven't seen the DVD advertised for sale anywhere. It's just it randomly showed up somewhere at one point where I was able to watch it. I don't even remember what it was. It was such a long time ago now. But yeah, if you can find the Rogue Cut, just way better than the first one, and the whole movie story is way better than all the other prequels. Yeah, it's definitely, it takes quite to turn. Maybe I'll do a whole video just on it, but for everybody who's seen it, I missed that fly again. It's right there. You got it. You got it. Like it's got to be like just far enough. He can't see your arm coming. See. Anyway, kind of forgot where I was going with this. Anyway, so Avengers Doomsday. It's gonna be basically a kind of like Infinity War kind of plot, but then it'll slowly transition to. If you've read the comic, which I'm in the middle of now, I'm slow. I'm terrible. Even though like once I do pick up the comic, which is it's one of those comics if you can get like all of them in one book, it's pretty decent thickness. So if you like yourself a good graphic novel or a novel size comic book, it's one of the good ones to get. There's a lot out there. Anyway, before I get on our trail, yeah. So like, if you can get like, it'll probably transition to, say maybe the Act 1 of Secret Wars comic, where you're fighting like universe against universe, because there's this theory if you can kill off the other universe that are their Earth, then your planet will survive. So it's like universe against universe, Earth against Earth. It's a pretty crazy story, and I could totally see that with the leaks that are coming out, scoopers. That Victor Von Doom will basically set the X-Men universe against the Avengers universe, the Avengers that we've been watching for 10 plus years now. And that'll be exciting. And then at some point to go, wait a minute, you're a good guy, right? We're good guys. The guy who's like causing all the trouble is this Von Doom, whatever his name is. It's the guy in the mask. Let's direct our focus on him. Oh, he's already like condensed power and he's collapsing all the universes. We need to get in a special spaceship that'll save us from the collapsing of the entire multiverse, all the universes, and save ourselves and save as many as we can. Just as the comic. And then as the comic goes, Dr. Doom will set up a single planet on a single universe where he will have different separate kingdoms all throughout this planet. It's called, in the comics, Battle World. We'll see what they'll end up calling it. Maybe it'll be hinted at. Because really the comics is more inspiration to Marvel than following it exactly. Like if you look at the movie version of Civil War with Captain America, it's not quite the comic book version of Civil War. There's like 10 times the amount of characters. It's a lot of great battle scenes between different characters. But they made it work with, 10, 12 characters? It was interesting. Definitely one of the fan favorites of all the Marvel movies. That and Captain America's Winter Soldier with the amazing elevator scene. I watched just that all the time. That and the Winter Soldier and Captain America versus Iron Man scene in Civil War. Great scene. Great fight scene. Man. And it's got the rhythm. And the shield going back and forth between them. Oh, it's incredible. Go watch it again, guys. Watch it again. You'll love it. Again, by the same directors who are going to be doing Avengers 5 and 6. Anywho. So they're saying that Doom will probably defeat, hopefully not kill. We'll see what happens. I bet he'll kill some characters, and it'll be heartbreaking. I don't want to say too many theories on that, but one of my bets is Winter Soldier, Bucky, because he's such a side character. Even though we fans have grown to love him, like in the future stories, do we really need him? Maybe not. One of the craziest theories I've heard of is Doctor Doom killing our Peter Parker Spider-Man. Because there's this thing called anchor beans. Where's it first talked about? I think it's Deadpool 3. And so instead of, in the comics, somebody called the Beyonder, they're going to skip over that or kind of combine what the Beyonder is and put it into what they're calling the anchor bean. And so Doctor Doom was killing all the anchor beans in all these different universes, so the universes collapse. And we found out in Deadpool 3, if you kill the anchor bean, then that universe either slowly dies or can die quickly. And Peter Parker could very well be an anchor being. And imagine the emotional just the emotions of Doctor Doom killing Spider-Man. Somebody's face who looks like his mentor, Tony Stark, defeating him, killing him, saying, "I'm not this guy you think I am. But in order to save quadrillions of people, I'm going to have to kill you. I'm sorry." Pow. Now, we've seen Spider-Man die before in Infinity War. I mean, technically, with using the Soul Stone and the Infinity Gauntlet, people weren't technically dead. At least in the comics, their souls are just trapped in the Soul Stone. But it wasn't really explained in Infinity War and Endgame that they're just stuck in the Soul Stone. Just the Infinity Gauntlet could wipe them all out and bring them back. So they're dead and then they're resurrected, as far as we know, in the movies. So do we really want to watch him die again? We'll see what they do, what they decide. But I think the emotional impact of Spider-Man dying from somebody who looks like his mentor. Oh, man, that would be incredible. I think they really got to think outside the box. Since sales are way down on Marvel movies, we need to really shake the fans, the average viewer, to the core. And I think that'll do it. Now, the crazy part is, which gets me even more excited, is Venom resurrects Peter. Crawls in his grave. Venom understands the multiverse and everything that's going on, and says we need to have Spider-Man alive so he can help the Avengers in whatever Doctor Doom is up to. And crawls into the grave. He only has 72 hours or something to do it. They could throw in a mid-credit scene or something, and then you get a little Sam Raimi vision going in there. If you know Sam Raimi's craziness, he directed a Multiverse of Madness and Evil Dead movies. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I mean by Sam Raimi vision. And just see the hand, Spider-Man's hand burst through there. Burst through the grave, out of the grave. And suddenly, it goes all black because of Venom. Oh, that'd be so awesome. And in the Secret Wars comics, Spider-Man has the black suit, aka Venom, all throughout his spider suit, giving him a little extra powers. And so we all want to see the black suit in Secret Wars, so it kind of gives remnants of the comics as well as the Secret Wars animated show where it had the black suit. And it's just Spider-Man like going to his computer like, I need this hero, and they bring up everybody and like, I need to find these people. He's in the black suit, and so I don't know if they'll go. I think they're going to pull a little bit from the animated show as well as the comics, and then their own brain power with the type of characters that they have. See what they'll whiteboard out. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I get so excited for that theory that came out and like what they could do. But again, some YouTubers are saying there's no way they're going to kill him a second time. They've killed lots of characters. And in the comics, the rule is nobody stays dead except for Uncle Ben. Ironically, since we're talking about Spider-Man's character. So everybody like, oh, how could they bring back that actor, that character, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nobody stays dead except for Uncle Ben. So don't be surprised. And since we're in the multiverse saga, that's how we can get Robert Downey Jr. playing an Iron Man and Victor Von Doom. So now there's a lot of great actors that we were all hoping was going to play Doctor Doom, but I really like the depth of what they're going to do with a villain who looks just like their hero, their best friend, their family member, Pepper Potts' husband, Robert Downey Jr. So we'll see. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor too. Came back from almost a nearly dead career. So there's a lot of symbolism there. He came back to do Iron Man, and now he's back as a villain. So it's gonna be fun. They're saying is possibly, I say they, different scoopers, leaks, supposedly. We'll see. At the very end of Doomsday, one of the things that's going to happen is that there's like just a few characters left. Thor, Captain America, and who's the other one? Oh, I just saw this. I think one other character, anyway, trying to going against Doctor Doom. Obviously, because we got Secret Wars, Doom will still win, just like Thanos did in Infinity War. I think the visual is going to be absolutely bonkers, too, to see Earth against Earth. And we'll have the Avengers as we know it now. So it'd be something like Sam Wilson. We've known him as Falcon, who's now Captain America. His team, which will have Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, the new Falcon, what was the other? Maybe Spider-Man. We think he'll be recruited. I think at maybe an end credit scene will be Captain America, Sam Wilson's Captain America, approach Spider-Man along with the new Avengers. If you've seen Thunderbolts / the new Avengers. And if you've seen the mid or was it end credit scene, Avengers with a Z, because Sam Wilson's Captain America copywrote Avengers. So now the new Avengers can't use the name Avengers. And so they say, well, we could still be Avengers. We'll put a Z at the end. And so you can see a representative of their team, like Yelena, the new Black Widow, also approaching Spider-Man like, we need your help. That'll be fun. So that's, anyway, one team with Sam Wilson's Captain America. Second team, the new Avengers with a Z. The team of Thunderbolts. So Sentry, Red Guardian, Special Agent, who was a Captain America for like a half a minute. If in the show, if you want to find out more about him, watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier series on Disney Plus. And Winter Soldier. So basically, and Red Guardian has superhuman powers, along with Winter Soldier and Special Agent. That's the main core of their powers. Yelena is the only one who doesn't have powers, kind of like having Hawkeye. And the original Black Widow. And then you got Sentry, who's like superpowers to the fullest extent. You'd almost say, in the comics, they say he's got the power of 3 billion suns or something. He's super fast, super strong. He's a lot like Superman. There's a few Superman-like characters throughout Marvel Comics. He's one of them. There's another character called Hyperion, and then somebody else. Kind of obscure. It doesn't show up very often. And then other groups that we'll find in Doomsday, or maybe they'll wait until Secret Wars. But then you got like the Young Avengers. That'd be like Ms. Marvel, the new Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Ms. Marvel, who if you've seen at the very end of the Marvels, she was out recruiting Kate Bishop. And then the Scarlet Witch, her kids, who are, because of the multiverse and witch-like powers, they didn't just die at the end of WandaVision. Their souls are still out there. And then we see in Agatha All Along, one came back. And then we got the movie, or the show, the Vision series, which will show how the other son comes back, the speedster, Tommy is his name. So they'll probably join the Young Avengers. Who is their group? Oh, Wakanda. And then the City of Atlas. I got to write this stuff down, guys. Anyway, the underwater group, we've seen Wakanda Forever. They have a loose alliance. So we got those two, Black Panther, Shuri's Black Panther, and Wakanda. And then the king of the Atlantis group teaming up. So you got like 4 different groups, we'll see at least. And then from the alternate universe, universes, we have Fantastic Four, who we just saw their movie. And then have you seen the very end of Thunderbolts? Their ship somehow appears, an interdimensional ship shows up. So then we'll see Fantastic Four teaming up. And then the X-Men. And we believe that the X-Men universe will be the ones that will be fighting the Avengers and all the other teams in the very beginning of, well, probably the beginning of Act 3 of Doomsday, until they realize who the real enemy is. So there's so many characters. It's going to be really, really fun. I think I'll leave it there for a hot minute. Try to get back on doing more of these podcasts. Or not podcasts, YouTube videos. And I'd be grateful if you hit like and subscribe to my videos. Have a great day, guys.